All right, welcome everyone. We're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we're here for
Megalo Box, Season 2, Episode 8.
All right, we got a match on our hands.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mac Rosario versus Edison Liu.
Yeah, we've got ourselves an underdog and an underdog in a weird way.
Right, in their own different ways.
Yeah, in their own different ways. Yeah, we got the family man and we've got the young genius. So we had our predictions last discussion, but I mean, I could go really either way, but I have a specific way that I want it to go.
Yeah, because you want Mac to win.
Right? Yeah, I absolutely want Mac to win. Yeah.
If Mac does win, that I think that'll be the most interesting one of them all. Because then what does that do to Edison? Right?
Yeah. We'll have to see. I think that the fight with Joe afterwards is guaranteed, no matter what. Because it's just going to be another exhibition match.
But what are the stakes then for that fight, right?
Right.
Because if Edison's no longer necessarily the champion, you might have even more of a bone to pick.
Yeah, and I think in a lot of ways that would make things be a little bit more on even terms where they can look at each other and look at the fight.
See the similarities in each other, and Yeah,
exactly. And also more Yuri just involvement and coaching, maybe both of them a little bit. But yeah, y'all, without further ado, let's get into this. Oh, boom.
That's a good look in his eyes.
Yeah, I'll get you into the zone. Holy shit.
マックが勝つに決まってるだろう。ねえ、浅本さん。
Huh.
浅本さんもどうです？
Huh?
マック T シャツ。
いえ、私は。
遠慮しないでください。たくさんありますから、黒とピンクどっちにします？
Things getting serious.
何してたんですか、ゆきこさん。試合。
Talking with my brother.
どっちが勝つと思う？
Yeah.
もちろん龍だよ。じゃ、ラーメン1年分な。ジョーはもちろん龍だよね。
Whoa. Oh shit.
You might have more of a reason for being here than Liu, though.
Yeah. Alright, let's get into that OP, yeah.
Yeah.
Alright. Let's go straight into it, yeah.
Here we go.
挑戦者の一発を警戒してか動きが硬いように見えます。
Whoa.
Oh, damn.
Oh. Whoa.
Shit.
Max seems a bit wild, though. Whoa. He seems a bit, overly excited.
Yeah.
パンチは重いですが、硬くはありません。
Okay.
あれなら耐えられます。
このギアを選んで正解でしたね。
So maybe it's the pressure that's
Shit.
making him, lead a bit too strongly, maybe?
Oh.
試合、龍が勝つ。
Okay.
さっきのラウンドで龍はマックを見切ったんだ。
Damn, yeah.
5年前とは大違いだ。
Whoa!
Oh!
Holy shit!
Damn, that was fast. Just like that.
No way!
Hey, at least he gets the time to rest.
He's getting up. The music is going so
Yep.
hard.
We got strength versus filthy dex build. Oh! Oh, that sounded nasty!
なんで倒しに行かねえんだ。
警戒してるんだ。バックタイムを。いや、待ってるのかも。
Oh, he wants to see it.
潜んだ獣をおびき出すみたいに。
Okay.
But that hesitation could be
Yeah.
all the cheering.
みんな
If Mac wins, that'll be such a fun
最
upset.
後に勝つ姿を見たいんですよ。何度倒されても立ち上がる不屈の戦士。マックは本物の英雄です。
This kid.
Mm-hmm.
出し惜しみか。
Ho
か
ho.
ってこいよ。
Nope, nope,
Oh!
nope.
Oh!
Countered. Countered. Holy shit.
Damn!
マックはもう竜の操り人形だ。
Oh my god.
Oh, there it is. Holy shit. Yep.
Finish him!
Jeez.
Oh, God.
Oh my god.
Oh man. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, okay.
Whoa.
Get your guard up.
Oh shit.
Oh.
He doesn't know where he's going yet. Oh my god.
All right.
Oh.
Oh shit.
Oh,
shit.
Shit. Oh my god.
Oh.
Jesus. Jeez.
Oh my god.
Holy shit, the sound design on that, the impact. Oh my god. The towel had been thrown already. Yeah. He didn't even see it.
Now because of course he wouldn't see it. I
Holy
think it would be the ref's
shit.
job to stop him in that point, right? But what if he killed him?
Oh my god.
Holy shit. Yeah. Oh damn.
Wow.
Holy shit.
I mean, I got what I wanted, but not like this.
話せポンチリ。俺は世の中に真実を伝える義務があるんだ。ダメだよ。越えちゃいけない一線があるだろ。
He was gonna try and photograph the surgery.
もう
Maybe
少し
his jaw's
俺の判断
broken.
が早ければ。
それは違います。大丈夫。龍さんを信じて待ちましょう。飲み物を買ってきます。
Oh my god.
Hey, yeah.
Yeah. So.
一度リングに上がれば、降りるときは勝者か敗者、どちらかしかいない。何があるか、それは戦う人間の運命だ。あの試合で燃え尽きたはずだった。なのに、俺は叶わなかった夢の続きを竜に託した。
Shit.
そのせいで竜は。
まだ終わっちゃいねえよ。竜と約束したんだ。マックとの試合の後は俺とやるって。
悪いが、その約束は果たしてやれそうにない。
But he's not.
竜は今も戦ってんだ。タオル投げんの早いだろ。
ありもしない希望にすがるのはよせ。それが何をもたらすか、お前はよく知ってるはずだ。
Holy shit.
Okay.
お前のおかげでメガロボックスの世界に戻ってくることができた。でもそれももう終わりだ。
Oh my god.
はい試合終了
Ha
Oh shit. What?
大丈夫だから
What did they do to him?
Yeah.
パパはね試合の後で
She's not
Oh shit.
she's not really
Surprised by it.
yeah.
食べ物やおもちゃに異様に執着してミゲルを泣かせたり
Oh my god.
本人は全く覚えてないみたいなんですそれがだんだん
Oh
前よりひどく
shit. I have an idea as to what's going on.
Yeah,
I think
so too.
Mac time. I think Mac time might be something they're triggering.
Yeah,
心身も
yeah.
試合後の検査も特に問題ないしな。ストレスかもしれないね。
Just looking
リ
away.
ングの上であれだけの人を演じるわけだから、肉体的にはもちろん精神的疲労も半端じゃない。それを支えてあげるのがマヤさん。あなたの役目じゃないのかな。
He also did seem pretty certain of that Mac would win. Like, I mean, it could just be him being optimistic.
Yeah, and
but-
people love the story of the
Right, exactly.
coming back, you know?
Yeah. Well, and there's a
Oh.
lot writing on if he can win, business deals and the like, you know?
And a lot of Megalo Box has been about fixed fights, you know?
Mm-hmm. Shit.
さてと、何分ロスした？取り返そう。
How
マ
many
ック選手が
minutes?
勝利したことでロスコの評価が上がり連動して我が社の株も上昇
全身不随で寝たきりだった男がチャンピオンになったんだ。これ以上の宣伝はない。
Wow.
ベスの実用化に向けたロスコとの話し合いはどうなってるんだね。
検証を始めています
And she's seeing this repeated with how it was with Yuri from season 1.
脳チップの異常作用だ。
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
俺の仮説が正しければ、ベスは重大な欠陥をはらんでいる。
Shit.
マックタイムを繰り返すことで脳にどんな影響が及ぶのか近いうちに論文を発表するつもりだ。お前には先に伝えておこうと思って。
But not because of the chip.
わかりました
その眩しさに目を奪われて越えてはいけない一線を見失う。昔の俺がそうだった。
Yeah, I mean, that was your thing with your gear as well.
Yep.
ユキコ、お前はどうだ？
浅本さんはい至急調べてほしいことがあります
Okay.
私は何か大きな間違いを犯してしまったのかもしれません
Oh, because he doesn't remember what happened.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my god. Wow.
Okay.
Shit.
Oh.
Holy shit.
This episode just
That was-
went
my
absolute
God.
balls to the wall
Yeah.
nuts here.
I
Big development here.
Yep, yep.
So I had been thinking about Mac time in this regard for a while, but it was just something of like, oh yeah, sure.
Right. And
sure.
I think I even brought up something in the previous episode of how I liked that they made it ambiguous of whether this was a sort of beneficial side effect of the repairs or if it was just because he had found, you know, peace within himself, you know.
Yeah, well, now it seems to be pointed at something very specific.
Uh-huh.
And Mac won not just handily,
No.
but he won after he was at the brink of like destruction,
Yep.
came back and almost became like, now that we got to see it really see it.
Uh-huh. He almost killed Liu.
Like that was brutal, but it was to the point where I could absolutely put it as a thing of that it's a side effect. It is not necessarily something where his body is getting like like, you know, turned on to then
Right, like
do or die.
It doesn't
basically.
necessarily have to be some like intentional robo-boxer kind of a
Right,
thing.
right.
But at the very least it is something where some eyes are turned and not looking at it, right? And basically saying, "Oh,
Yeah, whatever.
lucky us," you know,
yeah,
right?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah. Dancing like puppets on our strings.
Yeah, the dude dancing at the end of the episode, that was like, oh.
Yeah, that was creepy.
Yeah. But like
Yeah.
one of the other reasons why I love this, right? Is because and like with the way this fight was set up, right? Is that Edison Liu is the character that we would, or at least I assumed at the beginning, to be sort of the final opponent for Joe, right? Is that, you know, it's returning to where things started. You fight again, and it'll be great, right? And this is the fight where you get to see him get built up again, right? And it does a great job of doing that. The parts where he was beating Mac were terrifying, right? Like he was destroying him, and yet this is also the kind of story that you would see from your protagonist of a boxing series.
Sure.
Oh, they keep getting back up. Oh, you know, and eventually they figure out how to make it work. They push through and they defeat their enemy. But
now it's turned on its head here. And
not
now
like
it's
this.
Not like this. Not like this.
Even the person who does it is like,
like, what have I done?
Yeah.
The moment when he saw the towel in the air.
And he realized he had just
nearly
done another hit. Yeah.
And also then watching the footage afterwards to doubly confirm, probably, so that he can see the point of the transition. And this has got to be weighing on his mind. Now, regardless as to whether or not, again, this is some kind of, he's actually a horrible boxer, and it's just that, you know, they've just been using him all this time to push their product, which, yeah, they kind of have been.
Right.
But imagine how it's weighing on Mac's mind, the idea that this is something that's going on.
Yep.
Now, he has to keep doing this because
this is everything that he wanted. He's taking care of his family. Yep. It's wonderful.
He's watching his dreams come true, but at what cost? Now, I love that this parallels perfectly that Joe, in a lot of ways, kind of had all of this like stuff just going all the way for him.
He was the golden boy, yeah.
Right. But we might see a very Yuri-related situation where he strips himself of his gear.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know if he's been healed fully to the point where he actually will be okay without it, but I don't think he would be. I think it's a situation where the gear is keeping him not being paralyzed.
Right, because there's the gear and there's the implants, right? You know, it's the...
Right.
It's
Those are all connected, but it's still... They each provide certain functions.
Right, exactly. And even if you were to take off like the outside parts of the gear, right? The traditional Megalo gear, right? He still needs to keep those implants in.
Yep.
Like he's in a very bad situation right now. Now, if it's something where it happens as a result of the boxing and stuff, because one of the things I was kind of wondering about, right? If you have something like a chip in your head, right?
Yeah.
Cool. And it helps with your body functions and stuff. Awesome. But if your head is constantly getting rattled, your brain is squishy. So, like, your brain still gets all kinds of messed up from a career in boxing, but it's squishy, so theoretically it's not... that can actually help, right? Because it's got that hard thing on the outside and then squishy on the inside, right? But if you have something that's rigid, right, solid, and it's a tiny little chip, could it get damaged, right?
Yeah.
Like, what do you do in that situation, you know? Because you are directly putting it under a ridiculous amount of punishment.
Yeah, now it might be getting cushioned, but...
Right, you know, maybe it's inside the skull, so it's, you know, like it's not actually directly getting hit, but...
Yeah, but we'll see. That's a whole thing there. Okay. The idea, though, that Edison came into this favored above all else was defeated
Even Joe,
in this way.
Just like, this is no contest. He's going to destroy him.
Means that's another buildup of the fundamental like aspects of boxing that Mac essentially broke almost the laws of physics for in order to make this win happen. Now, with Edison nearly like dead, wanting to fight Joe after this, I got what I wanted in that I think it's more interesting that Edison loses here.
Me too, because Edison is the one that's expected, right?
Well, not because of that. No, just because of the idea that he will then put him in a similar situation as Joe.
Oh yes, right.
Like the idea that Yuri said, "I should have realized it sooner." Like I saw this possible future happening, but I didn't really think it could be the case.
Like. The whole idea of Edison's frustration of like, oh, people are more seeing me as like Yuri's student than actually Edison, right?
Yeah.
On the one hand, that can hurt your pride a bit because, you know, are people really seeing me for me? But if that happens on the back end of things, right? Then suddenly you're putting someone who might not be 100% up to the task into a very dangerous situation, right? Now, clearly, he is an excellent boxer, right? He became the champion.
Yeah, he should have won here.
He should have won here, and I really love how that was set up because the the kind of the more modern meta for boxing, where it's about speed and precision and stuff, rather than like necessarily being the biggest and the strongest, is something that I feel like visually, to people that aren't as familiar with boxing like me, you know, seeing Edison Liu, he doesn't look as imposing as Mac, right? Because Mac's, you know, yoked, right?
Yeah.
But practically, Edison would absolutely, it'd be an execution of Mac, right? Because he has
range, he has speed, and
he's got maneuverability, right? Like he's got it all, right?
He hits hard enough that it's going to matter.
Exactly, right? You don't need to be hitting like a freight train. If you hit hard enough and you hit it in the right, you hit like a car and in the right places at the right times consistently, it's no contest, right? And I love that they showed the damage of Mac accumulating, right? Like because a lot of the times, especially if there's like, you know, anime protagonist kind of energy, there can be this sense of like, but are they really taking that much damage, you know? Because like
sounds in this fight,
oh my god,
this was some modern sound design right here. They made it sound painful.
Yeah, like
I was uncomfortable multiple times throughout this fight.
And then that makes it so much better, because then when Mac goes into Mac time and everything,
we're extra terrified.
Right, we're extra terrified because it's the no. Like you said, physics shouldn't work this way. What is going on?
Yeah.
Right?
How is he able to drive up that level of control despite being in that much pain?
To say nothing of the actual power that he ends up putting into the punches, where, you know, like suddenly the stylized effects of he does one punch and Edison gets blasted back into the ropes from far away.
Yeah.
Well, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Like, how much of that is just stylistic choice, or is it because actually something unnatural is going on?
Yeah.
Right, exactly. You know, like, and then it's also that fun reminder of, even if, you know, like in Edison's case, he strips down some of the parts of his gear, they are fighting with mechanized fists here.
These are cyborgs, basically.
Right. So, yeah.
The human body is not meant
is not designed
regular
to take
boxing punishment, but
right, exactly.
Punishment.
Yeah, that's, you know, to say nothing of if there is something where the chip is, you know, putting him into some adrenaline crazy frenzy or something.
The terror I had when he was holding his kid and then the ting ting and then just
Yep.
Like that gave me so much fear. Because when you get scared, basically, when you get put into like fight or flight mode like that, your body just tenses up and it
does stuff.
Yeah, you act basically on that.
Right.
The fact that he was able to then have his kid leave his arms that quickly, gave me such a
seeing him eat food off the ground is far preferable for me than suddenly
I squeezed my kid too hard.
Right.
Yeah.
I
was also like really, really uncomfortable with the way that when they brought this up to the guy, the scientist guy, the way he kind of had this, like, this is a fun thing that they can do because, well, we've got some really great animators working on this show. But there were all these little micro expressions he made before he would do his, it's okay, it's all right, yeah, it's fine. I felt so uncomfortable the way he was handling the family in there. And then the way the assistant came in, just kind of like looking with this cold, detached look of, they shouldn't know.
And I love that when he's saying, like, there was one of the points where he was saying, like, no, it's fine, where he's actually like directly looking away from them. There's no one else in the room.
Who are you talking to?
Who are you talking to? Like as a directing choice, that seems like a fun nod to us, the audience, of like, you know, he's being deceitful, he's not looking them in the eye. But can you imagine how unnerving that would be if you're like, by the way, you know, there's medical concerns and things like that.
Right.
Something very disturbing happened with my husband, and it's been happening more and more.
So I think it's getting worse.
And the person is just staring out a window, and they're like, it's fine. It's all good. What?
Yeah.
What? Like,
and just the fact that it was not like a form of something where he lost the ability to physically function, but he lost mental faculties, which is like, okay, that's a clear sign that something is really wrong with what's going on here.
And the thing is,
his original injury was a physical one. He hadn't reverted to being a child in some kind before this.
Yeah. Like, one of the other things that I love about this is that I could this is absolutely the kind of thing that I believe would happen in a situation like this, right? Where you're already like turning your fighters into cyborgs, basically, right? You know, like there's the whole thing with like Yuri where it was actually like grafted into his skin rather than just being a thing that you put on.
Sure.
There would be like, it would get into shady territory of what kind of alterations are allowed and which ones aren't, right? And when you have situations where people are very motivated, even outside of the fight, because the fight is the fight, right? But it's what the fight means, right?
It's an advertisement.
He's an advertisement. What a story this is, right? A paralysis victim that ends up, you know, recovering to the degree that they can become the Megalo boxing champion.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Isn't that wonderful? Look at his adorable, cute family. You know, they're so happy.
Yukiko can sniff out the bullshit. She's She's like, this sounds exactly like what I was doing with Yuri. Mm-hmm. And then the military got involved, and then they started to want to take things in a certain direction. It's like,
I've been around the block. I know what this looks like.
I know what this looks like.
Yeah.
But the idea of the way he's like, just people love a story, you know?
Right.
And this is another thing that's a fun little directing choice as well. But they gave us another big hint that this guy is not someone we should trust. And this is a weird one for me, but it's almost always done this way, is when you give gross close-ups of people eating something and you get to like look in their mouth.
Oh.
This bit here where he pops in the popcorn.
Okay.
Now, I personally looked at this with all the little crumbs and stuff, and he's like, "Oh gosh, this is good." You know, it's like, yeah. Why show this scene?
Right.
Because he's basically just going to enjoy this show. These people beating the shit out of each other. Everyone's enjoying it, right?
Right. Yeah.
Right,
and I feel like that could also potentially be a bit of commentary on you know, dramatized with mechanized fists and things like that. But
I mean,
you know,
everyone's complicit in that.
No, right.
We're all watching.
But then it's the added benefit of he knows what's going to go down.
He knows what's going to go down.
He's also I am literally sitting above everyone and looking down on it, you know, while enjoying my snacks, you know. Yeah. It's Oh boy! Like, because I think showing something like food, because I totally get what you mean of like that can be one of the ways to make someone feel unsettling, because I feel like when someone's eating food, that's going to be one of their most neutral, like, or not neutral, it's a kind of vulnerable state that they're in, right? They are replenishing a demand of their body, right? And if you're seeing someone who's like, you know, like going to town on like a burrito or something versus someone who's like, yes, I'm you know, prim and proper, you know, sipping from a glass of wine or something like that.
Yes, the way they do it means something. But then this is also followed up with him looking to his assistant and being like, Mac's gonna win, right?
Yep.
Yukiko hasn't arrived in the room yet.
Exactly.
When she does, he's like,
it's that juxtaposition of the eating with the whole rest of it. Yeah. And it's
also one of the first scenes we get in the episode as well. So.
Right. So it's extra important.
Yeah.
Yep.
This is just unsettling. But okay, I really, really worry for his family. I hope they're going to be okay. But also, Edison, I really do want you to have that fight with Joe, but have it be like way later now. Like have it be like way after this, and it just like they'll come back together and reunite after a while, and like, all right, that's still gonna happen. But then we get to see the board meeting in here where they're all like, "Oh, our stock's as highly valued as possible. This is incredible." Yes.
And you know, and that kind of thing just doesn't come up, right? And the things of them being like, "Hey, this is pretty awesome for us right now because clearly it's, you know, it seems to be working," right? The people in that boardroom don't necessarily know what's going on. They might, but you know,
they might not even care.
But sure, there's a very good chance they wouldn't even care if they did find out, you know,
or that they do know and they just don't care.
It's
all that simple.
Yep.
But the idea that we then have the brother who was brought in the previous episode, who tried to use his gear in such a way to where he could then have it control him in the first season, is investigating this to look into seeing what's going on. He's like, "Yep, I'm gonna publish a thesis on this, and it's gonna cause a whole stir." And meanwhile, while this storm is brewing, there's a literal typhoon storm that's very similar to what flooded the area 5 years ago. Oh, what do you know? Timing.
Yeah. Right.
Shit, they're building up to a finale, and then we have Mac here just looking at the footage, and then with the magazine with his family being like, "You did it."
Yeah, the
He's
hero.
the champion, yeah.
And then asshole dancing. Like, and there's something that I love about it too that like, okay, this is totally like a detail that it doesn't really mean anything.
Say too.
Oh yeah, go for it.
His dancing fucking sucks.
Oh no, yes, his dancing sucks. But the fact that he's actually using like Bluetooth earbuds, there's kind of, he is in a completely different world from everybody else. The music isn't even, like.
I get what you're saying.
It's a different tune. That's kind of.
He's one of those assholes. Yeah.
It's kind of silly when you think about it,
what you're saying,
but
yeah.
I just. It's one of those things that
there is this image that a lot of us here in the U.S. have of basically the guy that walks around with the Bluetooth in his ear, even though it's just efficient.
Right.
But it's just the idea that it's like, yes, I am talking to a person. So that is elsewhere, but I am also wanting to not use my hands,
Right.
And it looks kind of like
I guess it was something that just added to the uncanny valley for me because he's alone here, right?
Yeah.
Why is he using Bluetooth headphones?
It's true.
Like, what? But
don't you know, Jacob, that one-sided, stereo setup where
it hits different, yeah. But oh my god, this episode was chilling.
This episode was chilling to the bone.
Yep.
All right, but yeah, y'all, thank you so much for watching this episode's you have one
question?
thing to say?
Do you think Yuri will end up training Joe to fight Mac?
No.
No.
Okay. I don't think this is not that kind of show anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
I think Mac should stop fighting.
Yes, I agree.
No, but I think he actually might. Like that's
gotcha.
The thing.
That would be cool. Yeah.
Yeah. I could see Joe fighting Mac, but it doesn't make sense. Joe doesn't have an official
Right. We don't have a reason or a motivation yet.
To do this. Yeah. Other than I'm gonna do this for Edison.
Right.
That's the thing though. There's quite a few episodes left.
That's true. So they can definitely build up
to that, but I don't think as of right now there's enough build up to justify that.
Sure. Yeah.
But yeah. Y'all, thank you so much for watching this episode's reaction and discussion. If you want to see the next episode's reaction and discussion right now, though, go check out the link in the description below for our Patreon. You can get an early access there. You can watch full-length timer reactions there, and all this comes with Discord access, so you can chat with us in the community there about this show, about anime in general, and also be sure to check out our Twitch channel.
We stream every weekday. The info's in the description.
Yes, if any of that interests you, we'll see you there. But until then, we're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we'll see you all
next time.